It was in the paper, and I was working another job at that time. And I didn't like the job that I was at. And when I went for an interview in Pascagoula at Reverend William Church, we didn't have building like we have now. Okay, and I went for an interview, and they hired me there. And so that's how I got introduced and became an employee of his store. We weren't concerned too much about money at that time. We was mostly concerned about getting a program in our community. And down here, we work many days without pay. Just to have a head start here. No one got paid. They went off and took training and everything. It was so much different back there, and it is now. We are blessed. We didn't have cots. We didn't have the sheets. We didn't have the pillows. We had to do with what we had. Sometimes the children had benches. We put one at this end and one at that end. Made do. We didn't have nutrition, just like we have nutrition now. We didn't have that when we first started. Well, food for the program, I think they had a little money, but if they need food, and the parent was so glad to get the free daycare, but they used to bring in like maybe a chicken, maybe some bacon, bag of grits or something, and that's how we did it until our grant came in. And it wasn't but one person in that kitchen, and that was Miss Bowen. We named Miss Bowen Jesus because she took the chicken. If she had one chicken, she'd cook that chicken with maybe rice or maybe noodles or whatever, and had enough to feed those 45 children. Yes, Katrina. I don't know where she is now, but she was a little girl, couldn't hear, and by she couldn't hear, she couldn't talk. Never did speech before, I never. But I don't know what it was. I do know what it was, but it was the Christ that was in me. Put her right across in front of me, and I talked to her, and she read my lips. Katrina went along with the class until they graduated. I never had any training in medical or hearing, and then from being so enticed to those type of children, I worked with special need in Dr. Ward for about until 86. I can go in the classroom now. I can see observation needed. And if I don't tell them about it, sometimes I do tell them about it. Maybe you need to put this over this way, and you need to do that way. And I just don't say that's wrong. I learned that from one of my instructors, Miss Perry. She was, to me now, she was the best instructor that we had. And back there at that time, Dr. Martin Luther King got killed. Some sick person shot him down. She's come to the center. We didn't have this email and all this good stuff like you all have now. She came to the center. Close it down. That's your leader. Go home. Yes, she did. By the power invested in her, she closed Head Start down that day. I love her. I see so many more little children need to run and hug my leg. Hey, Miss Cooper, I love you. And I don't push them back. I take all of them in my arm and pull them to me. I love you too. Hey, my darlings. I don't say, hey, kids. You know that pet name for goats. I say, hey, my darlings. Come and give Miss Cooper a hug. And I believe every child know Miss Cooper that's here in the center.
I'm sure they do.
And the most of all, the parents know me. And I love it.
Well, that's fantastic.